Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Nadia Nabila binti Omar, metric number 293469. So, this is our first group assignment for course BWRR1013 Risk and Insurance. For this assignment, we need to identify 10 potential risks that might be faced by the young generation. Risk is described as uncertainty around the possibility of suffering a loss. Risk can be divided into several categories, which is pure risk, speculative risk, fundamental risk, particular risk, financial risk, and non-financial risk. Perils means as cause of loss. For example, if any accident happens in car with another car, collision will be the peril of this case. Hazard is defined as a condition that create or increase the frequency or severity of loss. There are 4 types of hazard, which are physical hazard, moral hazard, attitudinal hazard, and legal hazard. Next, I will continue my presentation by starting with the first potential risk faced by us as a young generation through the COVID-19 pandemic is that my laptop has been broken. The type of risk is financial risk. The reason why we choose financial risk is because when our laptop is broken, we need money to repair it or buy a new laptop. As a student, laptop is like an essential for us. It is because most of the tests given, we have to done it by using a laptop. Therefore, we need enough money to repair it or buy a new one. However, for students who cannot afford it or are short of money, this will lead them to financial problems. As we know, during the pandemic, everyone was running out of money. However, they do need a laptop to keep learning and save all the assignments. Hence, they must have a laptop even though they are facing with financial problems, because laptop has a lot of advantages for students, especially in today's world. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurana binti Azlan. My metric number is 293160. Okay, next. So I would say that potential risk is not only has a negative impact, but there also has a positive influence, which is it is to educate us on personal health and hygiene. This type of risk is personal risk. Why we stated this as a personal risk? Because it is totally related and give an influence to our personal life. So the impact on our life that we can see before the pandemic, most of people really care about the cleanliness, but it's totally changed after the pandemic COVID-19, which is they develop a greater awareness of the importance of cleanliness and health. For example, wash their hands appropriately, and realize the need to use a liquid disinfectant and cover our mouth and nose with handkerchief while coughing or sneezing. Like right now, all of you guys are wearing a face mask. So this is one of the method how you guys care about your life. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Siti Nur Aisyah binti Muhammad Basri and my metric number is 279951. So for today, I will continue with the third potential risk, which is easy to feel and facing stress with family due to instability of income during pandemic COVID-19. Okay, as we know, and in general actually, when we talk about income, it's related to our parents, because we as a student, we did not attend to the job, right? So when we talk about income, it's related to our parents. Maybe our parents lost their job, and personally, my parents have the grocery shop and they could not run their business properly, because when government announced the MCO, we can see that most of the people have the panic buying, and then they go to the supermarket, the big supermarket, and buy their needs in the huge amount, right? And then after that, they could not go to the small grocery shop like my family have, because they have a lot of raw material inside their house, so they do not go to grocery shop. So it will make our business, our family business, become less effective and could not generate more income on it. Until at one part, it has actually can make my parents could not afford to have the monthly expenses like usual, and also could not afford to pay bills like my phone bills and so on. So actually when my parents being argued about the insufficient income, it will make our house, our home in the negativity talk, which is when generally when our surrounding filled with negativity, it can easily attract me to get more stress. Usually when I feel out stress, I will go out to find the nature environment, like maybe go to the lake, but when government announced the MCO, we cannot go out from our house or from our home, so I just need to sit at my home and cannot do anything and find other ways to relieve my stress. Okay, for the additional information, when I was read the news on 15 December 2022, the latest data says around 20% of group of M40 family tend to be B40 group of family. We know that M40 family have luxury lifestyle and cost of living compared to the B40, but when we say when they turn or switch from M40 to B40, it means that they also and other people around our country also face the same problem like me, which is their parents could not afford to provide the lifestyle that they have before, and maybe they need cut of budget and so on. Okay, so for the type of risk, this is under personal risk, which under categories of mental health issue, because we know the personal risk category have 4, which is risk of premature death, risk of old age, risk of poor health, and also risk of employment. So it is under third categories, which is risk of poor health, because we know when we talk about stress, stress and health is interrelated. When we feel stressed, we can easily get sick, maybe can get migraine and so on. So impact of this risk to my life is the firstly, I feel easy to get angry when facing with any problem. Okay, it has happened to me because when we need to bear with the huge risk, so when another problem come up, I easily get angry because it's really hard for me to relieve the stress on the insufficient family income. But when come and with another problem, it will feel make me feel burn, and I feel that I want to angry with anyone. Second impact on my life is be quiet and feel awkward to interact with other people. After our government announced the MCO was over, and also we need to live in the endemic life, and now we need to go to class face to face, right? It actually give me the huge impact because last few years when I feel stress, when I feel stress, I tend to be alone. I tend to be alone. So when this change, so I feel awkward to interact with other people around me. It take me maybe the first month in UUM to really can talk with my friends and also can be more comfortable with them. Okay, so that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Last but not least, due to the government declaration of a movement control order in the nation during the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak, the potential risk that we can identify from this situation is cannot afford to buy the data to access the internet during the home learning session. It is because the government stopped the learning session at the school, so all the students need to learn at the home. The type of this potential risk is financial risk. This is because the situation has impact on finance. High-speed data is essential during home learning to ensure that the student can access the internet and the learning session can run smoothly. This is cause problem to students because they need to buy the data every day to make sure that they has an online class in a good condition. As we know that the price of the data is quite high, so that the student must rely to their parents to buy the data. But their parent also has a finance problem. From this situation, it might impact the student result because cannot get the information clearly during the home learning session. As a result, it is clear that data is very important on the learning session because it is to make sure the student can get the information clearly, even though it will affect our finance. That's all. Thank you.
So here we come to the conclusions. So we can see that risk is not only on the negative side, but it also come in the positive side if you really understand and take the opportunity from any situation that comes in our life. So we can see during pandemic, it has really disturbed our economy and loss of purchasing power from people. The famous risk is personal risk where it is related to individual purposes like mental health issues. So we can see people lives always have a close relationship with the risk, but the difference is whether the person can handle it or not. That's all from us. Thank you.